Hello, and welcome to my Gentle Yoga Flow class today. My name is Leslie, and I'm glad that you're joining me. We're going to begin this class on our backs. So just lying in that corpse pose, hopefully see me, and feeling that connection of our bodies down into the earth, allowing our body to completely relax before we begin. Taking a deep breath through the nose, expanding the belly muscles, and then letting them soften as you exhale. Feel your shoulders release, softening through our face, releasing the teeth apart. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let it go. Breathing in, let's use the belly muscles to expand. Open into the rib cage. Exhale. Let it go. One more breath into the heart space now. Checking in with our bodies, how we're feeling today. And just letting everything that's not serving you in this next hour, let it go. Allow yourself to focus solely on your body and your breath, finding that connection. Breathing in, breathing out, releasing stress, releasing tension. Maybe even coming up with a positive intention for your class today, if that's something you like to practice. If you'd like a suggestion in this flow class, you can choose contentment, being content in where you are in your practice today, not setting expectations for what you get from your practice today, but just being in each breath, each moment, in that moment, and then letting it pass you by with no judgment, and just being content with your practice, with you, your body. Now let's take our knees, hug them into our chest. Give it a nice squeeze. Maybe do a little rocking side to side. Feeling a little release in the lower back. Maybe even make some circles around with your knees. And taking those circles the other way. Beautiful. We're going to let our feet come to the mat. Arms down by our side. Placing our palms down into the mat for support. As you start to press your feet into the mat, your palms into the mat, we're just going to tilt the pelvis up, not going into a full bridge, but just squeezing the glutes, giving yourself a little pelvic tilt here, feeling that engagement, feet pressing down, maybe feeling a little stretch across the tops of your legs, taking a couple more breaths. And then as you exhale, we're going to release that down and then pull the belly button up toward the sky, feeling that little arch in the lower back, just a gentle stretch. We're going to inhale, lift it up again, just a pelvic tilt. Squeeze your booty muscles, squeeze those thighs, pressing and engaging with our palms and our feet. One more breath, and then on your exhale, we're going to release down. Little arch in the lower spine, pressing the tailbone down toward the mat, lifting the belly button. And then back to neutral spine. Taking our knees together, widening our feet, we're going to open those arms out to a T and just drop our knees from right to left in a windshield wiper motion. And breathe it out as you feel your hips start to relax. Just getting a gentle twist here, nothing forceful. Breathing it out. And then back to center. Hugging those knees in one more time. Hold behind your thighs and just start to stretch your legs out. You don't have to straighten them all the way. Maybe bend and straighten just a few times to warm those muscles up and get them ready for stretching. Yeah, point and flex your feet. Now, if you can engage into your belly, bring your arms down by your side and keep this legs up the wall or waterfall pose going. Let's make some circles with our feet. And then you can bend and straighten each leg. Just finding a little movement here, getting your body ready for some movement. Beautiful. Now bring the knees into the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw the forehead to the knees, finding that roundness in the spine. And if you feel led to rock and roll just a little bit, take a few rocks. And then we'll bring ourselves up to a seated pose, just an easy seat here. Breathe in. Look up toward the fingertips. Exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee. Right arm behind, start to twist. Pulling that right shoulder back and letting our chin follow that shoulder's lead, looking toward the corner or toward the back of the room. Breathe for 3, 2, and last time. And then we'll sweep that right arm and take it around. Both arms crossed at this point. We're going to take our hands right to our shoulders. Take a breath in. Now pull the belly button into the spine for support as you round the upper back over. Draw the chin toward the collarbone. Breathe. You should feel a little expansion across your upper back. Shoulder blades are drawing away from each other. Sits bones are rooted down, no pelvic tilting here. And then we'll bring ourselves up, release the arms out, breathe in. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left arm comes behind. Start your easy twist here, chins to follow the shoulder and the back. Look into the corner or the back of the room. 3 nice breaths here. Expand those muscles in the belly. Feel the opening of the rib cage. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Now on your next breath, let's sweep that left arm around, bring it over to the right knee, then reach up, hug the shoulders, pull the belly button into the spine, sits bones rooted down. Exhale, round it over. Beautiful. We're going to release those arms out. Turn your head side to side. And then we'll come onto our hands and knees, starting with a little cat-cow motion. So we're going to tuck our toes for the cow and drop the belly, lift the tailbone, open the collarbone wide, lift the chin. That's a big breath in. Exhale and release the feet to the mat. Round it up, tuck the tail, bring the chin toward the collarbone. Feel the shoulder blades separate. Inhale, shoulder blades come together. Tuck the toes, lift the chin. Exhale, come into your cat. 2 more times. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one. Tuck your big toes, knees wide. We're going to sit back, stretch the arms forward, lower the chest down into child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Sinking your hips deeper into the heels. Now let's add a little side body stretch, lifting the chest. We're going to walk the hands toward the right side of the mat. Release the shoulders back down to the floor. Chest starts to sink down. If you're not really feeling much of a stretch here, maybe shift your hips toward the left side. Take a breath in, lift up, walk your hands to the center, and then over to the left side. Let the shoulders start to drop back down, maybe pushing the hips slightly to the right side, finding that long stretch to the right side body. Breathe. Take a breath in. We're going to bring it right back to the center. Leave your arms extended as you start to bring your knees back under your hips, leaving the arms extended a little forward here. And we're going to do some dancing line movement with our hips. So circular motions. You can add some shoulder rolling, bending your elbows and straightening them. Close your eyes and really just feel your way through this dancing line. There's no wrong here. Just feel a little opening up of your body, your hips, your shoulders, taking it in both directions. Good. And then we'll come down to the forearms, stretch out our legs, and lower the hips down into Sphinx pose. Take a couple breaths here. And exhale. One more breath. And on the exhale, lower all the way down. I'll zip those legs together, toes together. Hands under the shoulders, slightly down toward your chest. And then tucking your elbows in, pressing the palms in. We're going to lift up into a cobra, not very high, just a small one. But engage your arms. And release that down. Slide the hands back a couple inches. We're going to pull those shoulders back, lift our chest, maybe come a little higher this time and hold it. And breathe. And exhale, release that down. Slide the fingers back just a couple more inches, a little more to frame your ribs as we lift up. Maybe you can extend all the way up, pushing those feet in, lifting the thighs off into upward facing dog. And then tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe it out. You can shake the tension out, moving your head side to side, up and down. Walking the dog, pressing one heel at a time. Lifting the hips, pull the belly button into the spine. Engage the core. Knuckles, fingertips pressing into the mat. And then start to go on to your tippy toes. Big stretch as you walk forward. And hang into your rag doll. So knees are nice and soft. Allow your body to lay over your legs. Hold to your elbows. If stillness is what you need here, you can stay still. If you need movement, maybe a little swaying side to side. Also moving the head. And yes, no will help you to release any kind of stress in your neck that you're holding. Breathe it out. Nice. We're going to slowly roll up into our equal standing pose, your mountain pose, lifting the shoulders, rolling them back. Tuck into the ribs. Close your eyes to feel your balance. One more breath, expanding the belly, opening the rib cage all the way into the heart space. Exhale and draw it in. Engage the belly button into the spine. Feel that connection. Your feet are pressing into the mat, bringing the energy up through the body. Feel that lifting of energy all the way out through the crown. Imagine it's reaching up and beyond. Inhale, bring your arms up. Grab to that left wrist, take a little side bend over. Exhale, inhale back to center, switch and come to the other side. Inhale back to center. Look up toward those fingertips. Maybe you want to do a tiny back bend here, so let's engage those glutes, start to push the hips forward, and then just lean back. Beautiful. Now let's bring ourselves back to center and draw the hands to our heart. Take a breath in. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, hands plant to the mat. Let's step back into plank and do a modified chaturanga by dropping our knees, bending our elbows, lowering our chest, and then inhale to lift up to upward dog or cobra, and then downward dog. The right leg's going to raise up, breathe in, and hold, keeping your hips square here. Flex your foot. Nice. Now we're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw the knee into the chest and lift. Inhale, bring it back to three-legged dog. And on your next exhale, we're going to sweep it through using that lift. Foot plants down, drop the back knee, and lift up. Breathe. On your exhale, drop your hands to the mat. Feel this nice stretch into the left hip. Tuck the toe and lift up. Pressing down your left palm, we're going to open the right arm up and twist. We're going to start a sweeping motion with that right arm. Sweep it back and lift it up. Get two more in. 2 and 1. And as you sweep up, let's lift into crescent lunge. Hold it. And then bring it back down into a low lunge, step back into plank, and then lift into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises up, squaring those hips. We're going to flex the foot. Hold it there. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, knee comes into the chest. Find the lift. And then inhale, lift it back up. On your exhale, bring it through. Plant down that foot. We're going to rise up. Inhale. Hold. On your exhale, hands sweep back down, tucking the back toe, pressing into the right arm, lift the knee and come into twist. Left arm rises. Now we're going to do that sweeping motion, taking the arm back to front. Inhale and exhale. 2 and 1. As you sweep up, take your time. Balance as you lift. Hold. On your exhale, bring it back down. Step back into a downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, bring yourself forward. Bend the knees, inhale, rise up into standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. We're going to breathe in, bring the arms up. Exhale, lower it down into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. You can step or hop to plank. And then doing in the gentle flow, I tend to want to go to my knees, lower all the way to the ground, then lift up. But in your practice, if you want to do the full chaturanga, that's what you do. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, right leg comes up, sweeps through. Lifting to crescent lunge, hold it. And then sweep those arms down, connecting your hands. And then just stretch it back, looking up. Release the arms, bring the arms back up. And then we're going to just hinge forward. Nice long spine, hold. Press into that right foot. And inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring it down. Front leg, we're going back into downward facing dog, but we can option to take the right foot and lift it up into three-legged dog with a breath in, and then exhale to your downward dog. So you're that's optional. If you want to just go straight to downward dog, that's completely your practice. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, sweeps through. Inhale, rise to crescent. Hold it. Exhale, the arms come back. Connect the hands, interlace the fingers, stretch those shoulders toward each other. Open the heart space. Good. We're going to inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Option to three-legged dog or downward dog. Left leg rises. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, bring it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it over. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. For the next part, you can use blocks if you need them. Have them at the front of your mat. I'll grab some just to give you an example how to use them. Do that. Okay. All right, so we're going to breathe in, breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or hop to plank and take your flow. You do you here. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, sweeps through. Lifting to crescent lunge. Breathe. Good. This time we're going to take the right arm, sweep it to the left leg, and reach up Exalt with the left arm. Beautiful. Now, we're going to come back with the arm up to center and then go into a standing split. So hinging forward, reaching for the floor or your blocks, and lifting your left leg. So if you don't need your blocks, hands can come back, start to come back to frame your foot, drawing your nose toward the knee as much as you can, lifting, lifting, lifting with that left leg. Beautiful. Now we're going to bend our knee, step back and land with the heel down, lift into warrior one. Exhale, arms come back and connect. Squeeze those shoulders together. Big breath in, and then on your exhale, humble warrior. Lifting the arms off the back, chest to the inside of the thigh. Breathe. On your exhale, arms back down. Inhale, lift. And then let go. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, lift your back heel. Back down to low lunge. You can three-legged dog here, just meet in down dog. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, sweeping it through. Crescent lunge as you lift up and hold. This time, left arm's going to sweep back to the right thigh. Exalt and lift in your twisted reverse warrior or exalted warrior. Beautiful. We're going to shift back to center. Both arms raised. Start hinging forward and coming to your blocks or to the floor into your standing split. Bend your front knee, let the back foot come down, heel lowers down, inhale, warrior one, exhale, arms come down, connect. And as you stretch back, big breath out, take a breath in, exhale, humble warrior. Hold it here and breathe. Bring the arms to your back. Take a breath in. Lift up, back into your warrior one. Exhale, lift your back heel. Three-legged dog. And then drop down to downward facing dog. Look to your hands and bring it forward. Take a breath in. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands draw to your heart space. Beautiful. I'm going to work just a little balance here. Taking our knee, our right knee, lifting it just to find our balance. So rooting down to that left foot and lifting up the right knee. And then we're just going to work a little in our balance by shifting back and lifting our arms. You can drop the toe to the floor if you're feeling a little unsteady, or lift it up. Now let's practice bringing the knee right back up. Hold it and breathe. And then let's shift it back. Reach, reach, reach. Find the balance. Beautiful. One more time. knee. And reach out. Hold it. Beautiful. Bring it back into mountain pose. Take a breath. And exhale. Feel your right foot rooting down. Start lifting your left leg. Hold it there. Now let's practice that shift. We're going to take it back as we reach up. And then bring it back down. Knee comes up. Good. One more time. Breathe as you're making your movement. And then knee comes up. Hold it. And bring it down to mountain pose. Hands to heart. Take a breath in. And let's go into forward fold. In this forward fold, if you'd like to go just a little further with it, you can lift your feet, plant your hands, fingertips going inward, so toes going into the wrist. And take a breath in, exhale. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit. Take them out to the side. You start to deepen this forward fold. Good. Release your hands, bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. So good. Okay, so we're going to work on a little warrior three pose. So let's breathe in. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take it back to plank. Choose your flow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, sweeps through. We're going to stay in crescent. Lift it up. As you start to hinge forward, bringing yourself into warrior three. You can have hands to heart. You can reach your arms forward. You can airplane your arms back. It's really wherever you feel you have your best balance. Hold your focus into one spot, your drishti, focal point. Beautiful. We're going to bring it back. Inhale, lift up in warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Open the hip. Looking toward the front fingertips. Breathe it out. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, take it down to low lunge, lifting the back heel. You can go into three-legged dog, right leg raises, or just your downward dog. Bring it into downward dog. Take one more breath. And let it go. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, sweeping through. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, start to shift it forward. Finding your balance for warrior three. Hold it. Beautiful. Bringing it back to warrior one. Big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale. Let's take it down. Low lunge. Three-legged dog. And then exhale to downward dog. Beautiful. Drop to your knees. And then we'll go into child's pose. Now, if you'd rather go to hero's pose, this is your rest point. So I want you to make this practice your own. So if you're not feeling good in your child's pose, maybe you'll feel a little more open in your hero's pose. Take a few breaths here. Just letting it go, letting the work go. Last breath. And then hands come back into tabletop position. We're extending our right leg out. Hold it there. And then left arm extends into this bird dog or sunbird. Hold your hips square. Option here to practice holding this one, or bend your back leg, reach back with that extended arm. Kick into your hand, into your half bow. Beautiful. And then we're going to all take our left palm down, kick your left foot out as a kickstand, and open into this low half moon. Hold it here. And then option to play with this one as well, bending the leg, pressing the heel towards your glutes, and then pulling back your right shoulder. Open the heart space up. Little back bend with this one. Beautiful. Back to your half moon, and then take it back to your tabletop position. Take one more breath, and then we'll do the other side. Extend out your left leg, and your right arm comes forward. Hold it here. Option to reach back into your half bow or stay in your sunbird or bird dog. We'll all bring our right palm down, kick our right toe out, and then open into that half moon. Left arm extends up. Option to play with this one too. Reaching back for that foot, opening the heart space. One more breath. And then extending it out and bringing it back to your tabletop position. Now we're going to tucking our toes back to downward dog. Step your right foot forward and your left foot. Now into this wide forward fold, and start bending your knees to come into Malasana. Now, if Malasana is still something you're working on with the flexibility part, or maybe you have some injuries and this one is very deep in your stretch, you can take your blocks, make a little seat out of your blocks, and practice sitting there using your arms to press the knees apart, bringing your palms toward the heart space, or your prayer hands, thumbs toward the heart space. Breathe it out. Beautiful. Now we're going to just bring our hands behind us, start to slide ourselves back, extending our legs in front. Just sitting up in a staff pose. Breathe. Now let's inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, arms extend right in front of the shoulders as you hinge at your hips, and then start to fold in this forward fold. Good. Take a breath in. Rise up. Now, we're going to start to roll back all the way. Take your time. Slowly roll down the spine. And release down into the mat. Now, draw the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side motion. Dropping your feet back down onto the mat. Bring the arms by your side. Now pressing the feet in, we will lift completely up with our hips and press into the shoulders. Hold it here. Press your feet into the mat. Lift the hips a little higher if you can, and breathe. On your exhale, roll down the spine and relax the hips. We're going to do this one more time. If full wheel is in your practice, you can take a full wheel here. We're going to take a breath in and lift up. Hold it. And release it down. Good. Extend out your left leg, bring your right knee in. And then draw it across, stacking your hips. Open the right arm out. Both shoulders are rooted into the mat. And you can turn your head to look toward that extended arm. And then bring it back to the center. Both knees coming into the chest. Do a little rock side to side. Extend your right leg out. Squeezing in the left side. We're going to take it over. Hips are stacking. Left arm releases out. Both shoulders on the mat. Gaze can come toward the extended arm. And bring it back to center, hugging in your knees. And doing a little rock side to side. We're going to extend our legs up into waterfall or legs up the wall. Option here is you can go into shoulder stand or plow if that is in your practice. And we can do that together if you want. Going to rock the hips up and use your hands for support. Give it a nice squeeze. That's shoulder stand. If you want to try plow, I suggest you bring the knees to the forehead first. See how you feel in your back with your flexibility before you start to extend those legs behind you. As you start to practice more, you won't have to do that, but this is good practice for a gentle practice to ease into these poses and not just throw yourself into them without giving it a little test run first. So as you hold here, breathe it out. And then you can start to come out of that pose, releasing back to legs up the wall, waterfall. And then we're going to bring it into happy baby pose. Bring those arms to the inside, grab to the sides of the blades of your feet, and start to press the knees toward the mat. Rocking side to side feels good here as well. And if you want to extend your legs out long, one at a time, that might feel good to you as well. Breathe it out. Now let's bring the feet back, hip width apart, and come into this pose. I've heard it called eye of the needle pose. You're going to take the left ankle right above the right knee, just let it place there. And then the left knee is going to be pressing away from you. Now take your left hand through the center, right hand to the outside. It's like a pigeon on its back. So you're going to connect behind the thighs or on top of the shin, whatever feels good to you. If neither of those feel good to you, you can simply hold to your knee, hold to your foot, and then start drawing your ankle in. Your knee's going to follow. So you want to more focus on giving the foot or the ankle the leverage to pull in. And we're going to just hold that. Now, breath is everything on these kind of stretches. You want to breathe in, feel yourself prepare for the stretch. Exhale, let the stretch surrender. I like the word surrender. I feel like we do try to work against ourselves sometimes in the uncomfortable stretches, and we won't allow ourselves to give into these stretches. So every exhale feels like surrender, letting go and releasing, just like all the things that you don't particularly need in your life that you need to let go of. Think of it the same way, breathing in the good, the secure, the confident, the positive, and exhale, releasing the negative, releasing the self-doubt, releasing the things we don't need to hear. And we're the ones telling ourselves these lies that aren't true. Let them go. Breathe it out. And release. We're going to switch sides. Right ankle, left knee. Letting that right knee press away. Feel that little bit of stretch here before you reach through and connect the hands. Take a breath in. Exhale. Let's draw that into our chest. Keep breathing. Every exhale, a little bit tighter with your squeeze. And release. Arms come out to a T, knees come together, feet widen across to the edges of your mat into just a supported TP, relaxed pose. Maybe you want to bring your arms above your head, let one hand rest inside the other. Now, let's drop our knees over to the right side. You can open the arms back out to a T. If you want a little extra stretch with this one, you can take your right foot on top of your left knee and give it just a little weight. Nothing too extreme, but just giving it a little weight. Get that extra stretch there. Good. Release that. Knees come back to the center and then drop to the other side. Same thing here. You can bring your left foot, drop it right on top of that right knee to give it some weight, help pressing it down. Nothing forceful at all, just letting that weight help that knee kind of start to ground down toward the mat. Good. Now let's release that. Knees come back to the center and then hug them into the chest. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, draw forehead to the knees. Again, if you like that rocking motion, get a few rocks in just to work out your spine. And then stretch your legs out, feet toward the corners of the mat, arms out and not tucked in tight, but just loose and away from your sides into your corpse pose. Let's take a deep breath in, and when we do, I want you to tighten up every muscle. Squeeze your glutes, make fists, point your toes. Everything's engaging. Pull your belly button into the spine. Take a deep breath in and hold your breath for 3, 2, 1. Then release it all. Arms, legs, glutes, your whole body as you let all the air run out of your body. And then take a deep breath in, exhale it out the mouth of the sigh. Feel the shoulders relax. Allow your back body to soften into the mat, feeling the glutes release. Feeling the support of the ground beneath your body. Noticing your arms and your legs are rooting down, feeling connected to the earth. Feeling your brow soften, your jaw soften, your teeth relaxed apart. Your tongue is relaxed in your mouth. Noticing the coolness of the air as you breathe in through the nose and feel the lungs. And as you let that air out the nose, you feel the warmth as it comes out. Imagining you're watching your chest rise and fall with every breath. Softening the belly. Keeping your mind on your breath, or maybe back to your intention that you set, or maybe back to the word contentment, feeling content. Feeling content in the practice you just had. No judgment against yourself about the practice itself, putting it behind you in the past. Bring yourself to this very present moment of being here and just breathing. Now we're going to start to make some movement with our wrists and our feet, maybe making some circles, moving them around, bending your knees, planting your feet on the mat, and then taking it to either side, whichever side you feel led to lay on, just turning the body and taking some energetic breaths back into your body, just feeling an awareness, coming awake, maybe getting used to the light in your eyes again, breathing it out. And then when you're ready, just pressing your palm into the mat, lifting yourself up and coming back into seated pose. Let's take our hands to our heart space, bringing your thumbs into your chest, closing your eyes and tucking down your chin, and taking just a few breaths here to be grateful. And I'm grateful for each of you that's joined me today. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.